I'd always wondered why in so many hostels they had the shower located directly over the toilet. And it only took my second night in India to finally answer that question. I'm not sure if you've ever seen those firecrackers which burn from both ends simultaneously. Well, without getting graphic, let's just say I know how that firecracker feels. And so when the shower was here, and the toilet was there, my only decision was which end goes where. What was I doing here anyway? I mean, when my friend had called, my brain had warned me, adventure is not for me. But my mouth said, yeah, let's go on an adventure. And so I found myself in India, and for 4 days straight, I sat on a wet, sandy mattress in a jail cell hostel, and all I wanted was for my mummy to come and make me chicken soup. And so, when I finally got back to Australia, on that clean, hygienic Australian soil, my brain reminded me, adventure is definitely not for me. And so a few months later, another friend calls me and says, hey Dave, yes? Let's go see the whale sharks. And again, my brain says, adventure is not for me. But my mouth said, yeah, let's go on an adventure. It's weird how sometimes your brain thinks it knows better, but you just got to shut it off. So I'm out in the deep blue infinite ocean, where the deep is so infinite and the sun is shining back from below. And I'm looking down, and the mouth of a whale shark is slowly rising to the surface. And I swim out of the way, and as the bubbles clear from my field of view, it's right beside me. Gigantic, enormous, graceful. The whale shark's soft blue skin, spotted, is shimmering in the ocean light. It was absolute bliss. I melted into the ocean. And as I slowly swam back to the boat, in that peace and bliss, I saw something. A shark. Not a whale shark. No, a real shark. A pointy-nosed, people-eating shark. But I was still in that blissful moment. And the shark and I locked eyes, and for 5 seconds, our souls melted into each other. I was so excited I wanted to tell my friends. So I popped my head out of the water like a meerkat on a log, and there were no heads left bobbing out of the water. The last person was now clambering back onto the boat. They'd abandoned me. I was all alone in the ocean with a people-eating shark, and my friends had abandoned me, left me for dead. The bliss was replaced by panic. I swam for my life. Fueled by adrenaline and fear, I swam faster than Ian Perkins, Kieran Perkins, and Ian Thorpe combined. And I outswam the shark before it could eat me. And as I clambered back onto that boat and then made my way back to that calm, flat, animal shark-free Australian soil, that's when my brain really knew with 100% certainty that adventure was probably not for me. A few months later, another friend calls me. Hey, Dave. Yes. Let's go to Queensland. And again, my brain said, adventure is probably not for me. But my mouth said, hey, yes, let's go on an adventure. So I'm in Queensland. And I paid for something I immediately regretted paying for. Which led me to a bus that I don't even know why I got on it. And the bus took me to a staircase that somehow I managed to climb, which took me to an edge. And as I'm looking down this edge, with my toes dangling over, there's just a tiny pool of water below me and nothing but air between to fill the gap. And my brain reminds me, what are you even doing here? Adventure is not for me. And the man behind me starts counting. 3. And I'm thinking, am I really going to do this? 2. Adventure's not for me. My brain made a final plea. 1. And I jumped. And as I plummeted to my certain death, the rope, stretched to its maximum, snapped and pulled me back up to the sky. And I was flying. Woohoo! And this time, when I made it back to that safe, flat Australian soil, this time my brain finally realised adventure is for me, and I just wanted to go back up. Isn't it weird how sometimes you just need to shut off that brain and let your body take over?